both do have queued up. It will take them some time. So Roger could come in really clutch if he's able to get that one at an early pace, and they're giving him the farm. Very close to that blink. They're all already grouped up. The brew split is available again.
LGD just avoiding BP entirely for now. See if they do anything about this tier 2 tower push. TP does come in from Xnova, but they're pushing the Necro, but BP, a lot of damage to this tier 2. LGD will start to get close to the tier 2 top. Maybe think about looking for a trade, but it's not going to be easy. Bottom lane, Pasha trying for the wraparound. Xnova's already out of there, but the tower goes down. For the 16-minute mark, VP continuing to keep the pressure up.
Xnova?
They want to try and dive this. They're going to. Ramses goes straight forward up to the high ground. Xnova's dead. Killing spree for Ramses. TPs will start to now come through from PSG.LGD, but VP are able to easily back off, get themselves out of there.
They got what they wanted. They didn't get an extra kill out of it. They've got map control too. LGD not looking to want to fight until I believe they have those blinks. I think they need some easier ways to set up the fights to be able to just instantly kill someone on the side of VP. VP, when they're all rallied together, they're just seeming way too strong right now. And now the blink dagger is already finished up for Roger. I believe it's coming out on that courier.
And it's just the way that VP's playing. I don't blame sort of Brian in the analysts at the start. You know, you look at these lineups and you think, well, the Gyro Sven, they're going to be able to play the fastest. There's a morph. He's going to need time. But Ramses is actually able to get really active across the map because they have this mid dazzle. No one's just this force that enables the morph so early on. It doesn't matter if Ramses is committing, getting low on the HP, because there will be that burst heal and time for him to shift back. He can play so aggressive.
Pasha?
And catching them off a little bit. Now down bottom.
They don't have enough.
The split's going to be out. They're going to look towards Arme. They're going to surround him. Another heal bomb for no one. Bringing Arme down low. Pump the war cry.
They left him.
He's been abandoned. They've abandoned him. They know that there's no hope for Arme. As VP making moves there with just the two of them, taking down Arme, the most farmed hero, of course, on LGD's lineup. He just gets shredded by these heroes.
Yep, Pasha in this game, just be able to get how much he got down bottom because of the fissure blocks and everything from Roger. I'm definitely going to be giving Roger a lot of that credit there for that, the setup that's going on for the Brew. He's able to do so much, and now we're wondering, why is Brew not being picked a little bit more? You see how powerful it is. Whenever he has the ulti up, LGD's just booking it.
Apart from that one death in the lane, but hey, you know, it's the first time the hero's been picked this TI. It takes a bit of warming up.
Sure. I mean, he's still got so much done. And
he is.
With the combo.
He's in the zone now.
Yeah, with the dazzle, it's seeming really powerful, really potent, how much aggression they can really start over the early game and just allow Ramses to pretty much do whatever he wants. As Ramses, he's gone greedy. He actually had the gold for the Lincolns, and he's like, I'm buying the point booster. I'm getting set up. I'm getting ready for my Aghanims. You know, I'm just starting to prep that. Because I know what we're going to get to in this point, as we see that Dota Plus win probability already highly favoring VP. But LGD, they've got their timing now. They've got the blink on Chalice.
They do.
Are they going to be able to find anything?
But at the same time, there's also the potential of the global science. They'll find Solos. There won't be a global. Or maybe there will. He's actually still alive because of the fact that Roger's able to throw himself in. Global's out. Roger keeping Solos safe. The heals are there. Chalice will now pop the ravage. It's a big one for LGD, but can they find any more? They'll start to move across. Look to no one with a gush. Another curse thrown out by Solo onto both Xnova and Chalice. They're trying to chase for more here, LGD.
They know there's no brew split. That's the one thing. They're playing around that long cooldown timing. Trying to
pressure on. Looks like he may be a little too deep for them to continue to dive.
Ramses, he actually clicked the shrine, but he didn't click his attribute chip. So he just gets caught by the stun and dies. If he gets the shift up, he might be all right just there.
Chalice taking quite a beat down here from VP.
He's got the constant dispels going.
Roger was trying to sit at the backlines in the river, looking for a potential to get him with the Blink Echo, but Arme finds him.
And how quickly the tides have turned.
Oh yeah, with Ramses falling like that, and Arme and Somnus getting involved in these big kills, the slight gold difference swings back in LGD's favor.
Now you have to be wondering how painful that point booster pickup by Ramses was. Instead of having a Lincoln's in the fight, he would have had it finished. He had the gold when he went to go purchase it. Wolfie gets punished for his greed. As not only just that gold lead swing, you see the experience. It was 2K in advantage for VP. It swings heavily up towards LGD.
Let's see how the gold swings here around these runes. Bounty rune wise, LGD, they've got heroes set up, down, bottom. They're going to be able to get the majority of them. Oh no, wait, they're 2 for 2.
Super do.
2 for 2. Pasha was able to get both of those.
The bottles sometimes confuse things. But they have their
it was
split available.
3 for 1, right? Yeah, it was 3 for 1.
3 for 1, you're right.
Yeah, the bottle confused
I saw an illusion.
you. Yeah, that confused me as well. Maybe question myself, but yeah, they managed to get the majority of LGD.
Yeah. They can go into this row split, they have their brew split, they know that LGD does not have their Tidehunter rep or that God Strength actually.
I mean, how long, yeah, still a bit of time to God Strength.
Yeah.
Can they still try and push VP out of the pit?
Still sitting around the area.
If they could time it right and get him with the stuns.
There's 15 seconds without God Strength, but they have a BKB on the spot.
King Chalice, he'll jump in to get the vision, stun out to Ramses. Now the primal split comes out from VP, and now it becomes a lot harder for LGD to get close to the pit, as Pasha will be able to hold the team away, get that space for Roshan to fall, and Aegis to be claimed by Ramses.
They might look for a fight anyway, though, on LGD, because they know that there's no split available. Chalice is committing forward. They're going to have Ravage, they're going to have God Strength and BKB on the Sven. They want somebody here.
They are committing far. You have to be a little wary of Roger having the Echo Slam available, but Somnus is ready to go in underneath the tower, stands out from Army, there's the God Strength, the shallow grave, keeping Roger alive. They'll try and get rid of it. Ravage jumps in, Echo Slam's out, but he does nothing at all. The BKB's out from Army. He'll turn over towards no one. The stun control from X-Nova isn't enough. No one finally uses. They've got the damage. LGD, they get both. As Chalice sees the perfect opportunity, he's not even done yet. Jumps in for another anchor smash. Keeps the pressure on VP as they're pushed back away from the tier 2 tower. And despite getting the Roche, getting the Aegis, they lose the following fight and they'll lose more map control.
It's the little things, right? Chalice just blinking into the pit there initially, giving vision, causing Pasha to kind of be like, oh my god, I actually need to split for this situation. Allows them then afterwards, they know they have the way advantageous team fight versus VP when they don't have split available. Chalice with no fear. He's playing versus that lineup where he's like, they don't really have ways to burst me down as a Tidehunter in this game. With this hood available, he can just freely jump in like that. And yeah, like you said, the beautiful 5-man ravages we're going to see again here.
I mean, it looks like maybe they'll lose a couple, but indeed, Chalice in the perfect position, even tickling Solo on the edge there. Every single member of VP caught out by that play.
And Pasha, you can tell he was like, I'm not liking this fight too much. He was even starting to TP out. Someone made the call though to try to keep it going, and they end up losing a couple heroes there.
Now, it doesn't get more perfect than that for this Tidehunter. 5k lead off the back of those plays. Roshan gone wrong, but not in the traditional sense. But VP still managing to be the ones getting the Aegis, it did not matter.
Still gonna have, now they're gonna have Brew Split available again, so like we're seeing, it's gonna be back and forth whenever these long cooldowns are off for VP, looking to bring the fight. And they're pretty close to that Aghanims on the morph too, so he will also be pretty scary when he gets that. As we see that shift at the 18-minute mark, a 70% chance for that Dota plus 4 VP. Now all the way to that 50-50.
Roche is not always the answer. LGD making that play. Not a play you always see, only to the top of the top teams would make that.
Yeah,
to go in aggressive after the other team gets Roshan and Aegis. Normally it's okay, they've got Aegis, we've got to reset. They're keeping the pressure on, and LGD, they're straight back in, looking for the next fight already.
Going for the big wraparound, but the scan comes out from VP. They think they even got a slight vision of Ame there for a second there when they were trying to get the wrap. So you see LGD, they're trying to get the wraparound, get the backlines. Even though they're playing into the Brew Split there, they're looking for the Earthshaker, they're looking for that Brewmaster, trying to catch it.
It's just every time that Ravage is back up,
yeah,
they're instantly looking for action. No slowdown in play from PSG.LGD, and this is starting to be the tempo that the draft panel talked about. This is what you expect from this lineup. Gyro, Rubik, and Sven ready to fight more than ever at this 24-minute mark.
And double BKBs at the ready, so they're feeling a lot more careful versus this VP side. VP just, I think with this Aegis, this is like the farming Aegis. Just get the Aghanims on that morph so that you can start hopping around as that Earthshaker inside of the fights, getting into the backlines onto those supports. But LGD, they're staying in unison. Every single one of them playing around each other, all grouped up and out down bottom as 5. Got about 1 minute and 10 seconds left on that Aegis. As LGD, they want these bounties.
VP want to try and force this fight here. They know the LGD's got the numbers, but they do have that Aegis on Ramses. There's the lead in X-Nova against the stun. Ame gets to go right. We'll get the ult out in time. We'll send Ame up into the edge. Chalice is able to get in and claim the bounty rune.
You have to back away though, Pasha. That's a fully defensive split. He can't stay there. That's the other thing too, is the Brewmaster. We're talking about, like, sometimes, yeah, we haven't seen it in a while. Versus Gyro and Sven, sure, you can dispel some stuff, but your Brewlings die very quickly to the combo of the Flak plus that cleave coming out from Sven.
And Roger's got to be careful. We're
really
seeing a
does.
couple of times where he's the one getting jumped on the front lines. They need that Shaker to jump and go. Without the Shaker, there isn't that instant lockdown. There isn't that initiation, really, from VP's lineup. They have to make sure that Roger's able to get his spells off.
They're really starting to hemorrhage just a bit too much here, as it's that 7K advantage. And LGD, they're getting all these bounty runes too.
Oh, they are.
There's still one chilling up top.
Climbing.
It's 3 bounty runes for them. The 4th one is still waiting there, so able to keep increasing that lead, and the Aegis will get reclaimed. But I believe that Ags Morphling is online. We'll see what VP is going to be able to make of it.
Let's see if this is what they're missing. The last few fights have been disastrous for VP.
It still feels like they need their BKBs though too. Like, they've got this Ags on the Morphling, which is fantastic, but there's just so much magical damage and control that's really coming out from LGD's side. Fear of what a Rubik really can provide, even though FY hasn't been having like the greatest steals or anything like that, just getting the instant lifts or breaking some Lincolns.
I mean, what are the big steals that FY's looking out for?
Fissure.
Fissure.
Yeah, Fissure's probably the biggest one. Bruce Split, of course, but you're not likely to get down versus Drunken Brawler unless you immediately get the lift off before he, as soon as he gets out, which you can do, but
and by that time the fight's probably over. Yeah. Maybe it helps you chase for the cleanup kills.
Yeah, I would
turn a bad fight even worse for VP. With that chase potential.
Still grouped up though, VP now. Ame shows his face.
He is out on his own. Go into the trees. We'll go for the TP. Roger.
He's just gonna get stunned up.
No, there he is. He's trapped in there, but VP a little scared. They're aware that there could definitely be quick reactions. PSG.LGD are starting to come over, but Ame was still relatively alone. VP just didn't know. They didn't want to make the mistakes they made earlier and try and force a fight straight up. Now they'll go back with the smoke.
They didn't have any information.
They've drawn the attention. A Solo, he'll head up to the high ground. Blink over from Chalice, catches the vision of Solo. Solo, it's going to be focused first. Fissure comes out from Roger. Trying to keep Solo safe. They've got to make sure that both Solo and Roger get the chance to
here's that Axe.
Get their ults out. They'll commit towards Chalice. Chalice has the Ravage, ready to pop. He's holding on to it for now. Ramses into the shape. Here he goes, chases down X-Nova. They're pushing PSG.LGD back up to the high ground, but it's still hard for VP to find the jump that they hope for. As PSG.LGD, they know exactly what's waiting for them on the low ground.
Yeah, and the Ags Morphling, it's strong because Ramses is really high level, but you also want your Earthshaker to be high level. You need him to have that max enchant totem for it to really become that super powerhouse. So only 2 points still for Roger, only level 11. He needs to find himself some level so that they can actually start using that power of the enchant totem.
Yeah, they know themselves. VP, they're still not quite ready to take a full 5v5. It's not easy.
Ooh, and look at Ame's pickup here. A little bit, not really super unorthodox, but the Orchid now for that Sven as well. Multiple different ways to catch Ramses. Yep. Ramses gonna be in trouble. Not only just Ramses, Pasha as well. Brewmaster hates playing versus silences.
Flank. Marcelo escape back to base. And he's got the stick charges and the heals. He's been buying a very far on the way to make sure that he's not going to get burst.
He's like, I died to that damage over time before, not again.
He knows how much it hurts. But absolutely, you say with that Orchid, there's still a bit of time where Ramses hasn't got that BKB.
Yeah.
Got to make sure he's got it ready as soon as they'll see that Orchid's out.
A lot of different targets they can go for it. Pasha being one of those main ones, like I was saying, that silence, if he does want to throw it out. A bit too close to the base though, being a little bit reluctant.
VP just trying their best to split the map up. Now you know that LGD's playing as a unit now.
Roger. Getting stalked here by Ame. We'll be able to back off. So 30 seconds, we're going to have these bounty runes coming out. LGD, they've got creeps hitting the base. They're actually forcing a reaction to the base right now, so they're going to look to make an aggressive play. They're like, all right, Silencer just went top. We can definitely look for a fight right now. With a full butterfly finished up on Somnus. They're jumping for Ramses.
They managed to break the link. The silence global does come out. And he did manage to shift before the silence came in. So Ramses has got enough HP to be able to waveform back out of there. Pasha is going to start to fight back with the primal split. Surrounding X-Nova, Somnus with the flak. Will start to kill off the Brewlings very, very quickly. Pasha's got to be careful. Right on the challenge, onto the backline. They found Roger. can do it. Sorry, it was Ramses and Borja. It was Ramses and the shaky of the beat. They got both of them. It's a triple buyback from VPs. They'll try and turn.
Oh my god.
But that, I mean, I got baited. I saw a shaker
saw the
die.
shaker.
I was like, Rogers there. I was like, no, hang on. That's Ramses.
He's getting caught off.
Ramses at the start of the fight.
That Orchid, it's really catching him off guard there.
It looked like Ramses was safe for sure. He built up all the HP, but he ends up back in the middle of the fight as the shaker, and he dies straight away.
They're really starting to run away with this one here on PSG.LGD. They buy back on X Nova. They're like, let's just bring the fight to them. They don't have anything available. Roger, sure, he's got Echo
This is a risky play here from VP. It's not a quick Roche. They're trying. They've used 3 buybacks for this attempt.
Chalice is in immediately.
I don't know if VP can get away with this.
Doesn't look like it. They're jumping forward.
Ramsey did try to fight for
The Echo! He
whips the Echo! He did not get the blink off as VP. They've got to back off.
Oh my, I don't, he had it up too. I had him clicked on. It was not canceled. He just didn't get it off there.
Ramses going in again. He has to be careful though when he's the shake. We saw him get tripped up in that mid lane. And now PSG.LGD holding on to a mighty 12k gold lead.
And that was VP buying back 3 heroes trying to get something, just desperately trying to get anything out of it, and they can't. This Orchid, Ame, purchasing this was just causing so many problems for VP. They're set up here for the fights, but...
And with it, he needs that BKB, but
really
again, it's still back to that point where he's only halfway towards the money. It's going to take a lot more time. We'll see this again from Roger. He said nothing cancels this.
No, look, he just echoes the floor. He was
it was still on cooldown.
It was still on cooldown, okay.
So maybe it was just still on cooldown from before.
I guess it must have still been for a second. All right, when I clicked it, looked like I must have clicked it a second late.
Because he didn't look at it like and cancelled it. Maybe just in his mind, he thought the time was there, and that 15 seconds was still ticking down.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the momentum. That's out to me. Look at this, like Somnus, he's super farmed out. Pretty much all the important heroes on the side of PSG.LGD, they have the farm. While on VP, they're really starting to fall behind. That mid game, that early game, that Dazzle, sure, no one, he's 4-1-4, but it's a Dazzle now at this point. It's starting to become very hard.
They're just finding 3 kills across the map. Solo trying to push out that top lane.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Solo must have known that that was going to end in death. I guess at least trying to use his life to make sure that the lanes are pushed out. There's more kills for LGD. It's only 11 to 10, but just the fact that the kills have meant that much more. The buybacks have heavily set VP behind, and the farm rate of Ame's, Sven, and Somnus' Gyro is just at a rate that's very hard.
Yep.
It's for the team to keep up with as a whole, and the difference between the supports are there as well. Space is there, easy Roche, easy Aegis for Somnus.
It's really telltale that VP has only gotten 1 kill in the last 16 minutes. How aggressive and how dominant LGD really has been around this mid game. Look at that one ticker. They've gotten an Ogre Magi kill in the last 16 minutes. Besides that, it's been only LGD just cruising through, finding every single fight that they want. Pretty much right when I had said it, that I think Brewmaster was looking pretty good, and why haven't we seen Brewmaster? It just completely shifted the other way around.
It's a game against a Sven and a Gyro. 2 of the best carries in the game to kill those Brewlings.
Yep.
It's not easy for Pasha.
They got the BKB now on Ramsey, so he's going to be feeling a lot safer. But there's still so much damage now, and now at this deficit, do they even have the damage to deal with LGD's draft? As the BKBs, like we said, are ready. They've got the Aegises as well. Let's now picking up items too. The Mac going to be going for Greaves too. So a lot of mitigation going to be coming out for PSG.LGD. They do have Roger also hitting level 14 now for VP, so in relation to Ramses, he's going to have that max enchant totem. Yeah, double plus cores on PSG.LGD, 2 of the best, like you were saying.
I mean, is there a chance for VP that this morph could be the game-winning element? Is the sort of the morph shaker interaction strong enough to win a game when they're 15k down?
They have to get some better forms of initiation. Roger, having such a solid early game, has not been able to find almost anything after that. Seems like PSG.LGD always seems to know where he is in the fights and catching him at the start. VP, they will look to set up for bounties. He's very far up and alone.
He's out of the game immediately, walking to his death.
They want more. but they won't find it.
Does have that BKB Ramses, so a little harder for them to catch out.
They're not really splitting up much versus this Morphling. So when I have seen, oh, ex Nova though, they're jumping forward for him.
Try for the quick kill with a waveform, and they down to try the Roger's going to buy him some safety as he jumps in with the Echo. Will popped as well as VP will try and chase for another. They're blocked off Chalice with the Fisher. He's very tanky. Tanky enough that they won't be able to commit and stick on him. Chalice is able to walk away. Buyback from Pash. And again, it's just the Ogre hiding. They can't find the big kills.
And that was an Echo Slam committed too. They only get that Ogre. Now a full Aghanim's finished up on the Gyrocopter as well. Ramses, considering going for something here, there's still the BKBs available. He's just in.
All the big heroes are here for PSG.LGD. VP have to hold back. There's no way that it's in their best interest to try and find a fight, and they will back away.
So some of the times when I have seen these Ags Morphlings with the Earthshakers, what ends up happening is one team starts splitting up, and that's where the Morphling really starts picking himself up. Because you get the one-by-one kills constantly, you get these massive amounts of experience. But PSG.LGD, look at this, they're all just up. They know how strong they are. They still have their Aegis available too. They're trying not to give VP any little type of breathing room at all.
They're playing phenomenally as a team here.
Oh, is he trapped? Is he gonna be able to move out of it? Nope. He's stuck. He'll get out of it. Chalice.
Time to find some safety for Ramses. He's back into the ball. Will jump away. BKB popped by no one. BKB from Arme also about to wear off. So despite Chalice getting a big jump, this time VP won't have any casualties. They'll get everyone back to safety.
Actually, nobody dies from that. He lands like a Dream Ravage in the backlines, but they're able to disengage.
They've got the items now, VP, having those BKBs. The Linkers and the BKB, of course, on Ramses. They can play their way out of it.
But do they have the damage is the question. They're going to be able to disengage, but will they actually ever be able to look for kills, setting up onto Somnus and onto Ame? It's seeming extremely difficult here, as Chalice always just seems to be in the front lines, not really taking too much damage. And immediately we'll blink away from Ramses. Yeah, they're just so tanky, and they're really all just starting to pick up more and more items. FY, quiet game, but you look at him trickling up on that net worth. He's ahead of Pasha on the Brewmaster. He's got a Hex queued up. We're already talking about the problems for Ramses getting caught by these stuns, by these silences. If they do ever get that, definitely gonna be a really hard game for the Morphling.
Yeah, with the butterflies on both cores as well. Yeah. Arme and Somnus.
Oh, Ame also finishing one up.
He goes for the butterfly.
Selling that Midas. Not wanting to pick up an AC. He just wants to get this instead for his team, as he's gonna be able to have that 1-to-1. No one really gonna be able to bring him down too hard. The enchant totem though from the Morphling, you know, you do get that true strike, which
you do, right?
That'll be one thing, but
which you can sort of makes it like, well, why the butterfly? We do see obviously butterfly sometimes.
It's just such a value.
The attack speed.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is at
adds a little bit of armor that gives, I guess. And of course, for just everything else that's going to be trying to him in the fight.
Yeah.
The splits, the summons from no one.
Strength Hero is like even like dating back forever. It's always been like, I want to buy a butterfly, but you sometimes you just don't have the slots for it. This time he's feeling super confident. They have a 20k gold lead. VP starting to trickle their way out forward here. What can they find?
Ramses is going to try and look for the opening. They get the ball shot. Oh, he's in on the back. 2 man's one. In with the gold strike. Silence is dead. They'll be able to save Pasha for a little bit with that shallow grip, but he's silenced, surrounded by Somnus. Pasha's dead. No one taking out the sentries in position, so they'll kill him off through the Glimmer Cave. As no one buys back. Finds him hiding in the trees. Roger, as this is just getting very, very nasty for VP. Every single fight, every single play. I mean, poor X Nova, he's taking one for the team this game. He is the only guy that's died on LGD's lineup, it feels like, in the last 20 minutes, right?
He is the only one who died in the last 20 minutes. Yep, 3 deaths for the Ogre, unable to find any kills.
All working to plan. The Ogre Magi strats are real here. And it's absolutely working for LGD.
Hey, he's doing his job. He's bloodlusting
really
in the fights, and then he dies. They're like, all right, X-Nova, great job. As yeah, they're really starting to, I mean, they have been running away with this one for about 20 minutes now. VP unable to really find any breathing room as Ramses set up his BKB, just comes back up.
Whoa. Just gotta be careful.
That was a little scary.
It's got to feel rough for VP. I mean, they've only killed the Ogre. They cannot kill anyone else, it seems, on PSG.LGD's team.
Oh, look at this, too. A bit of a... Oh, quick easy kill there, Prave. Bit of an unorthodox build. Another Basher being built up on a gyrocopter after the Aghanims. So some more control for that Morphling.
I mean, they're
probably feeling
it now, PSG.LGD. They know. 40 minutes in, 27k advantage, 25's coming out as well. Can VP swing this game around? They're running a lineup that has that Brew off lane, this Dazzle mid. I feel like sort of these heroes, their time in the game, it's kind of passed.
It passed
it's
a long time
all
ago.
on the Morphling.
Yeah.
It's all on Ramses.
It's a full 4 protect 1 that in the mid game got completely outran here by LGD. They've lost their timings.
I mean, if they can hold and keep it up, is there not going to be a point of the game where Ramses is like, well, I need to start building right click and screw the Shaker. I've got to become the Jara.
He has to. I mean, he has to get the Manta as well, though. That's the problem. Is that these silences and this control is just too much.
He's not investing yet. So do you think he's thinking, well, let's get a right click. Let's get some damage items.
But what would he get? That's the one thing I'm trying to think. What's the solution? What right click item?
Get Rapier, become Gyro,
It's still very difficult. They're so tanky, right? Even then.
You got the grave. You'll always get the hits off.
Got the grave. Yeah, that's true.
You'll always get the hits off. I think he's thinking about it. He's still not spending, maybe because he wants both and buyback.
I do believe.
I know he's got the recipe anyway, so
yeah.
So he is going to continue with the safety route, get that Manta done, and make sure he's got the money. But yeah, he's just 200 gold short. So
Courier
should have the. Oh no, that's his Manta.
That's the Manta.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got buyback, but he is going to be short of that Manta style for 3 minutes.
And they've already been unable to really kill anybody besides the Ogre, like you said. A DD route.
All right. I think PSG.LGD is gearing up for the finishing blow to VP in this game 1.
They have a Hex on the Rubik as well, like I was mentioning. So those instant disables, we're going to have to watch Ramses if he's going to be able to get that BKB off before he gets caught. Pasha as well as Roger, both playing on the left side there. Ame already pops the God Strength, ready to go.
And then jumping in. Solo's dead! Ravage is out! It's going to catch up to Pasha, who's held at the back. Silence to make sure that Pasha cannot get in. Roger, he's trying to poke from the backsides with a Fisher, but LGD just pushing in, taking the range racks fortification. It's only going to last so long as they'll wait it out. LGD finish off the entirety of the mid lane of Rax. Ramses is going to look for the jump forward. He's trying for X-Nova, 4 on X-Nova, but this time they gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Nova will be able to stay alive with the boys this time. He's not dying today.
That was one of the cheeses, I believe, because they still have the second one, so yeah. And now a full refresher as well. I think they had a refresher shard as well, right? I think they must have used it before.
X-Nova. He had the cheese. They prepared him. They prepared him for this push. They made sure he took his dinner with him. As now they can't even kill the Ogre.
No, they. Well, maybe they'll give him another one. Do they give him the next cheese? No, they're gonna keep FY.
The mentality now. They've tried to kill the Ogre. They can't even kill the Ogre. As this lead just continues to go. And I feel like we've seen VP in this situation quite a few times in the group stage. And game 2 hasn't gone a lot better after game 1's been this rough. A lot of the games in the group stage where VP did lose, it was very one-sided, very stopped. Game for the 20 minutes of Ravage catching onto Solo and Ramses, he's trying to play his way up back into the Shaker, will be able to get the 3-man Fisher and jump away. They're kiting up LGD for now. X-Nova steps forward, throws out a Fire Blast, grieves a pop. They're back onto the structures. Another tower taken. This push isn't going anywhere. LGD making themselves feel at home inside the base. Then so Ramses burns down X-Nova. He's going to get the kill. A beautiful comeback story from the Ogre this game. From dying every team fight to taking out their carry. As the racks are down.
That's got it.
GG, well played. It's a win for LGD. It's a win for Ogre Magi. As VP, can they come back in game 2?